G'day guys, my name's Dave from DT Unboxed, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review and unboxing of the Theragun Prime massage gun. Now my fiance experiences a lot of muscle pain, especially in her upper back, so I decided to buy her one of these for Christmas. So we've been using it for about a month now and we've seen some great results. So I'll get to that later, but first let's get into the unboxing and then we'll run through the features, how it works, and then finally compare it against the other devices in the Theragun range. All right, so here's the device. Now I'll quickly show you how it works. It's really, really simple. We can push the on button and there it goes. Now it starts off at the lowest speed setting, but then you can just push the arrow button to take it up to the maximum speed there. Now, as you can hear, it actually does make a bit of noise. It's not super quiet. I wouldn't say it's a disturbing level of volume, but it's definitely not whisper quiet or anything like that. So as you saw in the unboxing, the Theragun Prime comes with 4 different heads for different parts of the body or different use cases. This one is the dampener. So this is the softest one. It's got a very cushy feel to it. And then we have the round head here for larger muscles. We have the thumb head here, which is a smaller footprint, but the same sort of stiffness as this round head. And then we've got the cone head here, and this is for really targeting those specific areas. And this is advised for use on hands and feet. The carry pouch is quite nice. It fits everything that you see here, and we used it whilst we were traveling. But we kind of felt, you know, if you're spending that amount of money on a massage gun, it would have been nice if they had given a soft case that fit all the components. But the carry pouch does the job, I guess, but perhaps not in the most secure way. You feel like everything is moving around in there. Before I show you how it works with the main app, I just want to run over the main specs. So we have 30 pounds of non-stall force on this motor. The speed ranges from 1750 to 2400 RPM. And finally, the amplitude. So the distance that it actually goes in and out is 16 millimeters. The other thing I really like about the Theragun Prime are the ergonomics. So the different ways in which you can hold it. So since this is for my fiance, I was actually the one driving this a lot of the time and helping her relax her muscles. But I found it really nice to be able to hold it with 2 hands like this or like this, depending on the situation and the angle that you wanted to use the massage gun. So I'll quickly show you how it works with the app, and this is where you're gonna get most of the benefits. So the Theragun Prime actually connects via Bluetooth. So once you do connect via Bluetooth to the app, I would suggest that you update the firmware. If you don't update the firmware, you won't get the full range of functionalities. So within the app, there's a whole bunch of routines you can discover. So warm-up routines, recovery routines, and routines for different situations like sleep, waking up, daily wellness. So let's just go into sleep, for example, and it gives you a guide on what you need to do. So it'll take roughly 6 minutes. They're suggesting that we use the dampener head for this. So we'll pop that on. And this is a whole body massage. So I need to connect to the device. So I'll just turn the Theragun on, connect. All right, so the connection, as you can see, is very, very seamless. Happens in a second. So let's start the routine, and here it will adjust the speed. You can just hear then that it actually ramped up as we're going through the routine, and it changes the speed of the Theragun as we work through different parts of the body and what's optimal for that body part, which is cool. Awesome thing is it gives you a guide on what grip you should use as well if you're using this by yourself. You can actually adjust the speed of the Theragun by sliding this bar down the bottom, which is awesome. So as I said, anywhere from 1750 up to 24 RPM, but there's a guide here which says the optimal frequency is in between that point, and that point. So you can adjust it as you like. The other awesome thing is that it shows you the amount of force that you're putting down onto the body part. So the optimal amount of force is down here in this blue bar. When you start using it, so I'm using this on my forearm, it'll show you how much force you're putting down. And you just want to keep within that range. If you push too hard, then it'll go above that, and that's probably not right. So just try to keep within the range. So that's how you can use the app with the Theragun. And I think that's one of the best features about this, is they really walk you through how to use this properly. Because you can get this massage gun and then just start going ham on your muscles. But unless you really know what you're doing, you're not really making the most of the massage gun. So there's different routines for different body parts as well. So calves, feet, you name it. Pretty much anything that you're having an issue with, there's a routine for it on the app, and it'll give you the optimal speed, but also the optimal force that you should be applying pressure to your muscle. So after a month of use, we can pretty much confidently say that this is a really great massage gun, and it is definitely worth the price in our opinion. My fiance has come back to me with the feedback that she uses this before bed, and it does help her sleep as it has relaxed her muscles and she doesn't have that soreness that she used to. Now, having said that, this is not a miracle cure. This just won't get rid of your pain overnight, but it does relieve it, which is a massive bonus, I think. Now let's just talk about this compared to the other models in the Theragun range. So in the Theragun range, there's 4 main models. There's the Mini, there's the Prime, there's the Elite, and the Pro. Now the Prime is the second most expensive in that range. So let's just compare that to the Mini and the Elite that are both below and above the Prime in terms of price point. Now, if you head to the website, there's a really handy tool so you can compare against the different models. But basically, with the Mini, you're getting 20 pounds of force. With the Prime, you're getting 30 pounds of force. And with the Elite, you're getting 40 pounds of force. In terms of noise, the Mini and the Prime are going to be about the same. And the Elite is the quietest of the full range. Now, I believe if we're going up to the Pro, that is the loudest of all the massage guns, but that is because there is 60 pounds of force on that Pro model. So back to the 3 most affordable models. Now, in terms of smart capabilities, the Mini has none. So it doesn't connect via Bluetooth to the app. The Prime does. It's got just an LED screen here with just lights. So it's not gonna show you much information there. But the Elite has an OLED screen, so a lot more information can be shown on the Elite. The Elite also has a force meter on it as well, whereas the Prime, this one does not. So with the Elite, you can see how hard you're pushing into someone's muscle. In terms of the amplitude as well, the Prime and the Elite have a 16 millimeter range. So in and out 16 millimeters, and the Mini is just 12 millimeters. So again, that is more of just a travel massage gun that, you know, is just for quick use. But these are definitely more of the serious models. In terms of speed, all 3 have the same range. So they go from 1750 to 2400 RPM. But with the Mini, there's just 3 built-in speeds. You can't cycle in between those speeds. There's 3 designated speeds and that's it. Whereas with the Prime and the Elite, you can go in 1 RPM increments, which is very customizable. Onto battery charging, and the Mini has the best battery here. It's 150 minutes on 1 charge, and the Prime and the Elite have 120 minutes on 1 charge. We found that we were charging this about once a week, so it really wasn't a hassle. It's pretty good in terms of battery life. And finally, in terms of attachments, the Mini only comes with 1 attachment head, whereas the Prime comes with 4 attachment heads, as I've shown earlier in the video, and the Elite comes with 5 attachment heads. So that's an overview of the 3 most affordable massage guns in Theragun's range. I decided to go with the Prime because I think it's a good balance between affordability but features. Now, there may be a lot of people asking how the Theragun compares to cheaper competitors. Now, I know there's a lot of cheaper competitors on Amazon that you can buy for about $100 or less. And they promote features such as super high RPMs, like over 3,200 RPM and that sort of thing. I was looking into them before buying this one, but I felt, you know, when it comes to things like this, I feel that you get what you pay for. And the other thing I noticed too is when I was looking at those cheaper models, they didn't really say much about the force or the amplitude of the massage gun at all. They just simply stated the RPM. And the RPM is all well and good. That's the speed at which it goes in and out. But if it doesn't actually have that force, then it's not really giving you that deep tissue massage. And in the same breath, if it's not going in and out far enough, if its range is tiny, then it's more or less just vibrating your muscle as opposed to getting into the deep tissue. Now, I haven't tried the cheaper models, so I can't 100% comment on whether this is that much better than them. But I just did find it interesting that those cheaper models didn't specify those sort of features, like the force and the amplitude of the massage gun. And I feel like with a massage gun like this, those are the important features. So why are they hiding them is just my question anyway. So that's why I decided to go with the Theragun. I feel like you do get what you pay for. And full disclosure, I did pay for this completely. This wasn't sent to me or anything like that. So in summary, would I recommend it? Absolutely. I found this to be an awesome massage gun. All our friends and family who have tried it have loved it as well. And a lot of them have been like, wow, we need to get one too. So, so far, very happy with it. Great investment. On the downside, would say that it is louder than we anticipated, but that's totally okay. It's not really a big deal or an issue unless you want to be super quiet and don't want, you know, like if you're doing this in bed and you don't want to wake up your partner or something like that. But aside from that, really awesome massage gun that has a lot of power as well. When using this cone on certain muscles, it was so strong that it was actually bruising my fiance. So just be careful about that. I think the other awesome thing is that, you know, there's that force meter when you're using that app. So you can see the optimal amount of force that you should be applying. If you're not using the app, then if you just go really hard, you know, it can actually hurt quite a bit. So that's the review of the Theragun Prime. If you want to find out more, there's a link in the description below. I'll also leave a link to their comparison page as well, so you can compare this against their other models in the range. If you have any questions about it, leave it in the comments below. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next time on DT Unboxed. Cheers.